Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Girl, it's been a long time since I got my hands on some pieces from Temu. So on today's video, we are going to do a Temu fall fashion haul, or are we going to do a Temu winter fashion haul? I personally feel like all of these pieces can be worn from one season to the next. At least from what I remember, child. Now, because it's been so long since I've dibbled and dabbled with Temu, I am hoping that they come through. But before we get started and see what your girl got, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and thumbs up this video because I already know you're going to like it. And if you're new here, well, hello, welcome. I really hope this is not going to be your last time stopping by. And if you're pulling back up, girl, give me some. That's why I fucks with you. Measurements, links to these items, the sizes I got these items in, a possible coupon code, chat, all the tea will be pinned down in my comment section or fat in my description box, boo, because you already know I got you. So where should we start? Where should we start? We don't start here with these in here, chat. When I pulled these out the bag, I gave it the bombastic side eye. At least from my recollection, remember it saying denim or something along the lines that indicated that these were going to arrive different than they did. So I don't even know what to call these in here. I'm going to put them in your hand. Hold your hand out. Yeah, put them in your hand. Now, what we calling these? Now, I know they pants, but that material, this is news to me. I didn't know it had a little bow. I didn't even know it. Camouflage right on in. I had no idea. I was expecting, for whatever reason, thick quality. I was expecting something completely different, child. I don't know who missed the mark, me in my reading or Temu in their descriptions. I will say that the waist has elastic. I did get these in a size 3XL, and as you can see in the try-on portion, child, it was giving a whole lot of baggy. All in the crotch area just was sagging, honey. I believe I could have got away with a 2X, but then again, I don't know because the material here has no stretch or give. The only stretch or give you get is the elastic here in the waist. I do like the fact that it gives the cargo style pockets on the side. So we have a pocket here. It's deep too, child. Real deep. And then we got a pocket here on this side. And we all know that pockets are hard to come by, especially when you're dealing with shit. Whew, got some allergies or something, child. When you get them, you get excited. It's like you done hit the lottery because you don't get them all the time. Yeah, the quality is pretty thin. It could have been worse, though. It could have been worse. Another thing I did not like was that these pants are not tall girl friendly. If you're new here, your girl is 5'10". I need a whole lot of material. And unfortunately, Temu left some of theirs in the factory. But you know what I did? I just tucked the pants in the shoe. So if it looks like on the try-on portion that they were long, girl, no. I just fooled you. Now let's move on along to somebody paw tuxedo here. What I do know is this looked like them little suit, and I done took it and converted it into something more feminine like. Now I should have did a waist belt. I think pairing it with a waist belt would have brought it to life a little more, but I ain't got one. So just use your imagination. Ooh. Hey, running away with me. Now, what I will say, girl, hold this in your hand. Hold this right quick. Yeah, ain't that heavy? That's heavy. And that's why I say this is that heavy duty. This that church suit. Okay, that Easter Sunday suit. When you go in, you're going to be sharp. I can say, though, I really like the quality. Thick, good material. These are those blazers that you can literally find thrifted. Inside, they have the lining. I could have had a little bit more length on the arms, but I'm used to that because my arms are long. I didn't realize they gave us the little pocket for the handkerchiefs. Okay, now let me show y'all the buttons. They gave us the little cheaply made one set buttons. You know how they do. I do love the length of this blazer. Again, being a stallion girl, normally when they do the whole blazer dresses, girl, it's all in the street. Okay, monkeys all in the street. Just, ooh, ooh, all around the block, okay? And I was grateful to see or come across one that was a little longer. It looked longer on sis, so I said, well, maybe it'll be longer on me, and I'm glad I tried it because it did. I got this in an XXL. I feel like I could have went with the true 1X, and it would have fit a little bit better. Now, if I would have exhaled, all hell would have broke loose, okay? But if you notice, I was kind of holding it in for dear life, child, because, yeah, this here has no give, no stretch, not a damn. What you see is what you get, okay? What you see is what you get. Now, I'm going to need you to go ahead and hype the video up. Comment, thumbs it up, something. Just because your girl almost caught a heat stroke out there with this in here on. I'm in Florida, if you're new here. And I was standing my butt out there in that 80-degree weather with Paw tuxedo on and these accessories here. So this came as a 3-piece. At first, I didn't know what to do with this in here. So apparently this wrap around the neck. Girl, I just threw it there. They could have gave a little more for a little bit more dramaticness around the neck part. Because I would think if you wear a scarf or whatever it's supposed to be, it's supposed to cover the chesticles too, that area as well. Keep all that there warm. And it kind of fell short. The gloves now, when I first was trying to get my fingers in there, I was like, now what in the children's gloves are these? You know, because they said one size fit all. So you do have to kind of bend your thumb and bend something, you know, position it to get it up in there because it's a little tight up in this area. And that comes from this in here that they stitched around the fur, child. Now, I noticed after I took it off that they had this in here. I guess that's so that you could be able to touch things without having to take them off because I was struggling, child. I had to ask Siri to do a whole lot of stuff for me. Now, I personally like to believe that my head is of normal size. If you round here with the water head, okay, lemon head, jug head, I don't know, because it don't have a whole lot of expansion. Look, it don't have a whole lot of expansion. I will say that this stuff kept me warm. By the time I took this stuff off, I was sweating. Had the stockings on, leggings on, kitty cat sweating, arm sweating, underarm. Baby, I had to go take a bath, okay? I'm just going to keep it real. I had to take a bath because, so it's doing what it's supposed to do because ain't that's the point, to keep you warm. Now, we going to move on along to the mood. Now, y'all know, if you don't know, I, for whatever reason, am overly obsessed with the cow print. I don't know why, but I am. So I got this cow blazer and I decided to do a whole monochromatic brown look and then add this blazer here to kind of break that off, you know, to add a little pop to it. And I, for the most part, feel like it came out pretty good. Now, this is of good quality. Now, did I say what size? I think it's a 2X. Yes, it's a 2XL, 100% poly, so that means we don't have no stretch, not a nam. And then as you can see, it has lining in it, so that's going to hold it, you know, that keeps it congested like as well. Truth be told, though, it was not as uncomfortable as it could have been or that I've experienced in the past, okay? But I will recommend you sizing the heel up because, again, there's no stretch, no give. This is on the thinner side of the blazer. It's not that cheap, because I done got some cheaply made blazers from Temu in the past. So it's not that cheap, but it is not real thick either. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if it's a little chilly, just a little cool, not too bad, you can throw this on. If you're looking for to keep you warm, okay, is the weather is disrespectful, you gonna have to layer up. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, hold on. They got a little, oh, I didn't even realize they had a little shoulder pad in there, child. Now, it's real small, which is great because I don't want to look like no little linebacker, no way. But it's just to give it a little structure. I hate when they do that little faux pocket mess, okay? Just be fooling your eyes. Nah. This in here dress was just downright disrespectful, honey. Downright disrespectful, in fact. Girl, and when I tell you I was out there sweating, where should I begin with this? Where should I begin with this? First off, I thought it was going to catch fire. You know, like I said, I'm out there in the heat, standing out there trying to get pictures, content, video, and all that. Once again, thumbs it up. Just for all the troubles I go through, child. I started rubbing it, and all I felt was heat. I just knew I was going to be out there melting, honey, just melting. I'm melting. Baby, it was on fire. It was so hot. I ain't never feel faux leather get that hot before. So be careful, child. This might be a little fire hazard. Baby, this in here was tight. Let me see what size I got this in. Because, woo, this is a 2XL, but they lied. This probably an XXL, not a true 2X, not a true plus size 2XL. Baby, the struggle was real. I was standing there like this. Okay, I was like, looking like I do steroids or something, standing there all swole up. And you probably didn't even recognize it or realize it, but baby, it was so uncomfortable. I kept trying to adjust myself and things it just wasn't working out. Then the buttons, as you can see, I tried to hold it in as best as possible, but baby, I was about to give Nutty Professor. Remember when he just exploded all across the table, child? When he was converting from Buddy to Sherman. He was out there on that date with Miss Pretty. And he just went to explode. And if I would have took a deep breath and exhale, if I would have farted, if I would have growled, if I would have sneezed, any of that, psh, explosions. Okay. Size up. Not much stretch. Now, this has got a little stretch. But, I mean, overall, there's not much stretch. Because this in here is like a blousey shirt. And that's like that 100% poly. Child ain't moving nowhere. It ain't budging. Okay. You can do whatever you want. It wasn't going nowhere. Well, okay. Another thing I didn't like was that it had the area smelling like Badussi. And that's crazy, right? Because I'm all outside in air, in nature. And you mean to tell me I'm still out here smelling fishy? Smelling like I just left from out the fish market? You don't want to go nowhere now. You have to let this air out. What I'm trying to say is that you can't immediately take it out the packaging and just put it on. You can't do that. You got to let this sit for 40 days and 40 nights. Let it marinate. Let it just cook. Let it just please. But then you got to be careful because it might just melt all up. I don't even know what to recommend. I did love the look of this. If you get this in the right size, all jokes aside, this will really eat some things up. With a red lip, I couldn't find my red lipstick to save my life. I know who got it, my daughter. Okay, my little one. I don't know. She like to dibble and dabble and play around in people's makeup. And then when you're looking for something, you can't find it. I really loved also the length of this dress because it was being disrespectful in all other ways. I just knew it was going to be disrespectful in the length, but surprisingly it didn't. And again, for me being a stallion, this was perfect. Now, it did have an air conditioned vent in the back of the dress. It did. And I didn't realize that, so I took it off. Okay, so that there back there is for you to get air in the booty. The booty hole leaving a little air, that is to let it breathe. Okay, let the monkey breathe, all of that. Because had that not been there, you talking about congestion. My thighs already be thigh-in and being disrespectful and scrubbing and... Jesus. Girl, do you still got Smokey the Bell Nibble on standby? Because he would have had to not prevent force fire. He would have had to put out a force fire right down there between my legs, child. Or the damn dress. Either one. I will say this. I wanted to end it on a good note, but hey. The noise level of this dress, you got to wear this at a concert or somewhere noisy, okay? Don't walk in the library with this in here on. You'll have everybody out there just shushing you or looking at your confusion. Because they like, well, what the hell? This is supposed to be a place of quietness. You coming through with all that noise. Yes, this dress, it made a lot of noise. It's a cute one. Get your right size. But wear it somewhere like a concert or something and let it air out for a few days. If you follow those steps, girl, you're going to be looking good. So this in here is, which one is this one? Okay, this is the sweater set. And I got this in a size. So it's sleeveless too, because I don't think I showed y'all that it actually came sleeveless. I had it's a two-piece, so I had the top part over it to keep you warm. It's an extra large, 100% acrylic. Girl, the stretch is amazing. Here, pull this. Look at us. Look at this. Tug of war, child, like a rubber band. Very stretchy. I should have known better. I should have known better. I should have sized down. I could have went down 2 sizes, but I ain't complaining because it was a really cute set. The length was not disrespectful, kept you warm. If you happen to get too warm, you could easily take this in here part off and just wear it like so. I did notice though when it came to the top that it was giving high-low. Can you go? I mean, the front was lower, like lower coverage, longer coverage, and then the back was kind of hijacked up. I don't know what that was about. That normally happened when I wear skirts, but it happened with the top. So they left a little material. This turtleneck child is exaggerated. Look at all this turtleneck that they gave. Now, what in the giraffe neck? That's what they had to have in mind when they thought of this in here turtleneck, child. You could even turn this into a ski mask. So if your mouth need covering, your face, your eyes, you know, sometimes it gets windy, disrespectful, you could pull it all the way up, child. And I remember this coming into different colors. Again, really great quality. Really cute. I love this set. I really did. Now, because I want to break things up, we're going to move on along to the red or to the wine. I thought it was wine on the website, but it's more of a red color. This is a 2-piece set. It's also a sweater set. Lots and lots of stretch to it. I got this one in a size. Where is it? Where is it? Where you at? Where you at? There it go. There it go. XXL, 60% poly, acrylic, 20% viscose. I knew viscose was in there because look. All the stretch in the world. Do you see how it's ribbed also? This is a skirt. Has a nice little snatched waistband. Nice length, honey. Everything for the length as far as I can remember this haul. Very respectful aside from them damn army pants in the beginning, child. Now, those was disrespectful. I needed more length. But if you part of the smalls, you wouldn't complain about that. But this one was very, very, very cute. Very classy, very chic. I feel like schoolgirl, work girl. I will say though, when it came to the top, girl, I was confusion. Yeah, I was a little confused. I'm like, well, what the hell? I was trying to figure out, look at this. And I don't even know if I wore it right. Probably didn't. I think I had it upside down. Crisscross applesauce. It's a lot. This one here should have came with instructions. Oh, man. As I'm thinking about it, girl, I had the shirt on wrong. Look. I'm looking at it right now, and I ain't going to try it back on. I sure did have it on wrong. Look. This part was supposed to be off the shoulder. Maybe I might try it on. And the bottom part was supposed to cinch the waist. This was supposed to go in the stomach area, but I had it where this part was off the... I don't know. If I try it on, I'll pop it up right quick. Right here. If I happen to try it on. But I realize now, sis, you know, y'all love to come and say, girl, you had it on wrong. Girl, what in the hell? Look like you got it on wrong. I done did it again. I'm infamous for that. I'm known for that, y'all. Y'all know I always put on something wrong. I did love how they had like the little crisscross applesauce kind of in the back, if that's where it's supposed to go. But I just like the whole of this. Like, it's one of those things that I can definitely get away with here in Florida, where it gets a little cool, but it also gets hot. So it'll be 7 a.m. cold as hell on your way to work. And then by 3, 4 o'clock, like right now, hot. As the sun set, okay, the temperature start temperaturing again. So, yeah, this is that one. I like this, though. If you're looking for something to wear on Christmas Day, Christmas party, Christmas office, not least, honey. I think this is the last one. Is this in here a 3-piece set? Now, I was actually proud to see that these pants fit me. First off, I don't think I remembered that they were a pants set, that it was a pants set until I got it. And I pulled it out the bag. I don't know, for whatever reason, I thought I got all dresses and skirts, but I'm glad I didn't put it back out the cart because I felt like, okay, it's pants. Kira, you know how pants are when it comes to Temu. I'm glad I got it anyway. It has that snatch your waist band. Nice flare out pants. I will say that the pants are not long enough, not for tall girls. But it wasn't so disrespectful where it looked it crazy as hell. You know how when you wear high water, sometimes it's too high water. You like, what the hell? But then this was the one where you wore it high water and it's like, oh, maybe it came like that. Maybe that's the look she going for. Yeah, that's how this was. Again, it's a lot of scratch, but it also clung to the body. So it had me snatched, and I had my little shaper shorts on, girl. I was looking snatched. So yeah, don't play with her, okay? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Look at this in here. Now, this in here is a doable or wearable turtleneck, not too just overly off the top. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just a little bit right there, just a little bit. I like that. It's sleeveless, so again, if it happens to get hot then cold and cold and hot, you can wear it without, and then you can put the jacket on over it. Now I will say, when it comes to this in here cardigan, it is kind of long, like a long line cardigan, and it's really great quality. Can I get it out? I got this in a size, did I tell you, extra large? Was it extra large? I think with this one I sized down. I just seen the tag, not to hide from me. XXL, 100% polyester. You might want to size up when it comes to the jacket, or it's going to fit really small. Because it's stretchy, but it's also very, like, clingy too. Well, that's not a good way to show, because it look a little, I don't know how to explain it. If your arms are arming, because, you know, I got a lot of jiggling going on over here on this side of town. So we be having to size up when it comes to tops and things like that. And that's what I did. But if you don't have that concern, you can size down, because, again, it's like a stretchy, sweatery type of vibe. Really thick quality. Hold your hand out. Hold on. Look. Don't it feel like a pile of clothes that you need to wash? It's just heavy, honey. It's heavy. Yeah, I don't know how much this weighs, but this is heavy. If you're trying to travel with this, because I know a lot of y'all going to the family and them, be careful, child. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. Yeah, you might want to reconsider or take heed, because this can make your luggage heavy. And overall, I must say that Temu came through for the fall fashion. Temu came through for the winter fashion. The quality, I'm not used to getting great quality pretty much the entire haul. I'm not used to that. They did that big one. Truth be told, the quality of these items, no lie, majority, because everybody ain't able, gave Amazon, because I've definitely gotten sets like this, sweater sets and things like that from Amazon, and this gave the same type of material and quality. Now, it could be cross promotion, because, you know, they all sisters, cousins, brothers, uncles, and, you know, they related, y'all. So it could be. Well, but we done came to the end of this haul, and you already know what I want to know. Which item was your favorite? Which set was your favorite? Which look was your favorite? Before you go, do not click off this video. I don't give a damn if you're watching me on TV. Reach over. Don't be lazy and get that remote control and thumbs up the video. Comment what was your favorite. If you ain't have no favorite, drop a purple heart. But don't leave here without doing something. Come out the bushes and say hello, happy holidays to me. Talk to me, I'll talk back. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time out to watch my video. There is more where this came from. It don't have to end here. I have a playlist, honey. Just run it. If you about to clean the house, child, you about to go get up and go cook, just run a playlist for me. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time out to watch my video. Until next time, later.